Welcome, Car Demolition League fans, or any fans of toy car mayhem and demolition derby destruction. We've got a Western Conference match to start off our CDL Live on Game Day Segment 2 of this July 9th game day. So far, been an entertaining one. See if it keeps going here. We got the Phoenix Firebirds on the road with a record of 9 wins, 5 losses, no ties, and 1 overtime loss. They are second place in the Pacific Division, just 4 points back of the Los Angeles Blades. So trying to get a win to keep things going, and of course, they came into this game day tied for 3rd in the conference, even though they're losing in the tiebreaker, so they're actually 4th. But they're trying to keep up that race with the Houston Oilers for that 3rd seed. But ultimately, still in for a division title hunt for Matt Geiser, so would be something nice for him to grab in his 20th season in the league. So anyways, to the home side of the field, we got Jim Holtz Sr.'s team. The San Antonio Defenders have actually been playing pretty well as of late, as they have a 5-win and 10-loss record, 15 points on the standings, so that's not too much. Now, the most points that they can get to is 30 points. If they lose this game, that number goes to 27. So definitely a must-win of sorts for the San Antonio Defenders, as of course Chicago currently with 26 points and Seattle with 27 points, and the two are going to be playing head-to-head, so this could end up being a bigger game for San Antonio than anything. But a team that was in last place earlier this season and now starting to get something good going, some good mojo going. We'll see if they can keep it going here at home against the Firebirds. Let's get a look at the lineups. Green Arrow leads the way for the Firebirds, followed by Kit Custom at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's going to be Power Pistons, and Stock 34 is the car at 5-point gainer. To the home side, Aqua Ferrari leads the way for the San Antonio Defenders, followed by Shell at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's Far Future, and at 5-point gainer, it's going to be Hawkeye. So Aqua Ferrari and Green Arrow leading us off. Green Arrow, a car that's been doing really well as of late, and Aqua Ferrari trying to put a fork in that. And out of play goes Green Arrow. So out of play he goes, still a scoreless game as we continue this Western Conference matchup. Remember the days when these two teams used to be division rivals. Now not in the same division, they used both be in the Southern Division. So we have an out of play there. Still a scoreless game, and again out of play. So Aqua Ferrari going off that front end a little awkwardly, and it's causing all these out of plays, all these out of bounds collisions to happen. And that time Green Arrow going out of play. No need to signal it, we know. It happens so often enough, right? Yeah, out of play, just barely. So Aqua Ferrari tucking out. Back when the league was 42 teams large, 7 teams per division. Now it's 4 divisions with 6 teams per division. So right there it would have been a flip on Green Arrow, but out of play went Aqua Ferrari. And we still got a scoreless game here between the Firebirds and the Defenders. Phoenix and San Antonio going at it here. San Antonio enjoying the season as Western Conference champions, defending and not enjoying this game though right now. Just got a flip against them. So 5-0 the score, Phoenix in the lead. So that brings out Shell to take Aqua Ferrari's place. He'll get out there. As I said, Green Arrow been doing so well as of late. And started this game off the right way for him. A hard-fought battle and another hard-fought battle. Not as hard, but gets the flip there. 10-0 Firebirds in the lead, now looking to put this game away. 4th place team in the West. Handling business right now. Our future trying to keep the Defenders alive in this matchup, and so far able to hang in there, but he needs to get a straight up flip. Green Arrow just needing a tight collision. It's not going to happen. Donuts are going to be served for dinner. 15-0 the final. And the maximum amount of points that San Antonio can now get is 27. So Chicago and Seattle, a big game. Chicago needs to kind of finish them off in regulation to keep Seattle at the 27-point mark, but at the same time, San Antonio can only get up to 27 now, so they kind of need Chicago to lose. So Jim Holtz Sr. in a complicated situation where the success of one of his teams may doom another, but I guess you could argue it's a season thing. You know, it's a 20-game season, and San Antonio has not shown up for the first 16 games altogether. 5-11 now. But Chicago still with that chance. Maybe just go with them. And hey, good draft pick coming for San Antonio possibly. But for the Phoenix Firebirds, they get a win that puts them up to 31 points. They are just now 1 point back of the LA Blades. Whether that will be maintained later when the Blades take on the Detroit Devils at the beginning of the third segment, that remains to be seen. So, I've done all my talking. Coming up next, the Washington Patriots going to be on the road to battle with the Buffalo Warriors. Stay tuned. Well, folks, segment 2 in full effect now as we head on to the game that will put us halfway overall through our July 9th game day. Going to be the Washington Patriots on the road to do battle with the Buffalo Warriors. Washington coming into this game with just 16 points on the standings, so their record 5 wins, 9 losses, no ties, and 1 overtime loss, so they could still hypothetically make it up to 31 points. Which ain't good enough to win their division, but still good enough to make a playoff spot right now. So a huge game for them. And of course, Buffalo trying to take advantage of that Miami loss. So, and plus Boston got a win, so they want to keep up there. But if Buffalo gets a win, they'll move into a playoff spot. So 2 league-operated teams set to go head-to-head. And oh yes, by the way, Buffalo's record, 7 wins, 7 losses, no ties, 1 overtime loss. So, big game for both teams. Of course, they are both on the outside looking in at the moment. That could change very soon. Of course, speaking of Buffalo's case, right? Let's get a look at the lineups. No Fear leads the way for the Washington Patriots today, followed by Orange Chevelle. At the captain spot, it's going to be Ratitude. And at 5-point gainer, it's going to be Hyperfin. He's a rookie for the Patriots side. And at that 5-point gainer spot to the home side, Yellow Custom leads the way for the Buffalo Warriors, followed by what at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's going to be Tyrell, and that 5-point gainer, it is Toy Soldier. Now, Buffalo holds the tiebreaker over Boston at the moment, so a win would put them into that 6th spot. Huge game here from that perspective, and No Fear almost went down that time. This time he is. Yellow Custom gets the flip. After 2 collisions, 5-0. Buffalo Warriors in the lead. That now brings out Orange Chevelle. And what a way to stay up there. The offensive all in Yellow Custom's favor right now. So low to the ground. Gets a good flip there. 10-0 Buffalo on top. Are the donut bakeries going to open in Western New York? We might see it. 10-0 the score as Ratitude comes out there and quickly keeping the Patriots in the game. 10-5 now the score. So that brings out what? Ratitude definitely holds the Patriots together as far as Washington's concerned as a team here. And really, he's the spirit of the Washington Patriots, I would have to say, because he definitely keeps this team in games sometimes that maybe they shouldn't be in. And look at this, 10-10 now the score. Ratitude on point from the captain spot today. We are all leaving at 10s. That now brings out Tyrell for the Warriors. Tyrell, one of the most lethal offensive cars in the league, taken down there. And Ratitude's going for a captain's day. 15-10 Washington now in the lead. So that brings out Toy Soldier. Toy Soldier, known for his defensive skills, trying to force overtime. Almost did. These 2 cars go at it, and Toy Soldier down there, and Buffalo. I mean, say all you want about Ratitude being the spirit of this team, and he certainly did his job today. But Buffalo blew this game, I have to think. 15-10 the final score. The Washington Patriots with a comeback win over the Buffalo Warriors. Ratitude 4-0 from the captain spot, and the Patriots get the win over the Warriors 15-10 in regulation. What a way to get it done from the captain spot. Ratitude so lethal, and not to say that he's unflippable, but he was today. He had to be today. Gets the job done. Put that man on the front runner spot, right? But halfway through our game day, a tough loss for Buffalo, but that now puts Boston into that final playoff spot. Sort of fitting, they did win that division last year. They won the Northeast. But definitely Boston trying to get back to the playoffs, and I'd say every team is, but Boston really was so strong last year and came up short, so they really want this swan song. We'll see if they can keep that opportunity, though. 4 game days left to go. But there's 5 more games left to go in this game day. San Diego Lightning and the Mexico City Jaguars is the next one on tap, so stay tuned. Welcome back, CDL fans. Halfway through the game day, halfway through the second segment to boot, right? So we got the San Diego Lightning on the road to take on the Mexico City Jaguars. It's a little playoff rematch from just last year, and of course, if we look back on that, Mexico City was dominant, trying to duplicate results here at home today. 11 wins and 4 losses, 33 points on the season. Mexico City currently sitting first place in the Western Conference and trying to hang on to it for dear life, right? Of course, LA is only 1 point back. And then we got the San Diego Lightning with 18 points, 5 wins, 8 losses, 1 tie, 1 overtime loss. Did so well last year, won the Pacific Division last year, but struggling this season. They are 8 points out of a playoff spot and currently sit 9th place overall in the conference. Of course, only the top 6 make it. So, big game for San Diego as they need every point they can get at this point. Let's go on ahead and get a look at the lineups for this one. We got Zap leading the way, fresh off of his injury. Wheels replaced. We'll see how he does here. Coming at the second man spot, or the middle man spot, it is Rocket Power for the Lightning, and at 5 point, captain spot is Futurama, and then at 5 point gainer is El Rey. So a lot of the focus on Zap though, and will my repair work hold up is basically the thing. He's got his hands full here. Leading the way for the Mexico City Jaguars, it's going to be 48 hours, followed by Inquisitor at the middleman spot. At the captain spot for Brandon Kuma's Jaguars, that's going to be Solid Snake, and at 5 point gainer is Charizard. So the Jaguars and the Lightning, ready to go. Matchup is on. Both cars stay up. Go at it again, this time 48 hours down. So Zap, looks like the repair's holding up pretty good right now. 5-0 Lightning in the lead. That brings out Inquisitor. We had an interference that time. Both cars still up in the process. So that time, not interference, but out of play. Inquisitor, the guilty culprit on that one. Still 5-0 Lightning. In the lead, make it 10-5 as both Inquisitor and Zap are down. So now, Solid Snake out there trying to keep the Jaguars in this game. The Lightning looking for the upset win. That brings out Rocket Power. Rocket Power goes down for the Lightning. So that was a quick one. Solid Snake on point right there. We are tied at 10 as a result. That brings out Futurama now for the Lightning and almost goes down right away. Solid Snake known for his offense, but Futurama known for his defense gets the flip that gives the Lightning the lead back. The score now 15-10 San Diego as Futurama looks to put it away. Charizard trying to force overtime. Both cars staying up there. So go at it again. Both cars again able to stay alive. And look at that strong collision. And what a move by Futurama. So great defensively, this car. As he continues to battle, but goes down that time. Futurama down. We are tied at 15. And the Lightning and the Jaguars are heading into overtime. And yes, folks, that will be $5 more to both St. Jude's and to the Animal Cancer Foundation. So good on San Diego and Mexico City putting on the show here. Tied at 15 now in OT. El Rey trying to get the win for San Diego. Charizard trying to get the win for Mexico City. Here we go in OT. Both cars stayed up on the first collision. They go at it again. And again, Charizard up to the task. Switching sides, and Charizard playing all the defense right now. El Rey bringing that smoke, but Charizard hanging on for the win. Oh my goodness, what a game. 20-15 the final. El Rey in overtime brought all the offense that he could bring. Charizard on point defensively. His mid-air game on point today. Fantastic stuff from Charizard, and the Mexico City Jaguars get the win over the San Diego Lightning in OT. And hey man, more money for St. Jude's and Animal Cancer Foundation. So so far we got $10 for each today, right? So and if you want to take part in this and take in the CDL's efforts, or my efforts, or the CDL's efforts to take cancer to overtime, you can join us on Facebook at Car Demolition League. I got like in the top 2 things, like they're like the main things. They're like what do you call them? the things at the top of the list, right? I got them posted at the top. So if you want to donate yourself, feel free to join Car Demolition League. It's a private group, only because we had fake accounts getting on there when it was totally open. So I took those precautions. So you might be asked a couple of questions. Don't worry, I'll accept you in. I mean, as long as you follow group rules, I mean, pretty much no politics. So that's it. That's the only group rule. But anyways, Mexico City getting the win over San Diego in overtime. So coming up next, folks, we got the last game of this second segment, and it's a huge game. Seattle Lumberjacks and the Chicago Wind Attack, 5th and 6th place, the final 2 playoff seeds in the Western Conference, going head-to-head, trying to keep their spot. It's coming up, so stay tuned. Welcome back, CDL fans, to the next game on tap and the final one of our second segment. So game 8 of 12 overall here on our July 9th game day. So we've got ourselves what should be a great match here. We got the Seattle Lumberjacks on the road to take on the Chicago Wind Attack. Seattle currently 5th place in the Western Conference. They have a record of 8 wins, 5 losses, 1 tie and 1 overtime loss, 27 points on the season. To the Chicago Wind Attack, 8 wins, 5 losses, no ties, and 2 overtime losses has them at 26 points on the season. So with Detroit just a point behind Chicago overall, with San Diego picking up a point, right? With San Francisco picking up a win, getting 18 points. I mean, big game for Chicago because, again, Detroit's breathing down both of these teams next. And a big game for Seattle as well. 1 point separating the two. It's 5th place versus 6th place. Let's get a look at the lineups. I can't really put the emphasis much on it more than that. We got Rocket Oil leading the way for San Diego, followed by 76. At the captain spot, it's going to be Black Spec Titan at 5-point gainer. It'll be Crazy Eyes. To the home side of the field, Blue Dragon leads the way for the Chicago Wind Attack today, followed by Hot Indy at the middleman spot. R will have the captain's position today for the Wind Attack, and at 5-point gainer, it's going to be Red Detta. So both teams set and ready to go for this one. Blue Dragon and Rocket Oil leading us off. The overcast picks up outside CDL Studios. Maybe it's almost time to put on that light, but anyways, 5-0 Rocket Oil getting the flip on Blue Dragon. So Seattle with the 5-0 leads. They are trying to end a very long playoff drought. They have not made the playoffs since 2012. And Chicago wants to keep that streak going for them, I think, but they got a good flip right there as Hot Indy comes out to even this game up at 5 apiece. Hot Indy now taking on 76. And both cars able to stay alive. And Aerodynamics will beat Smash Mouth Style right there. 10-5 Chicago in the lead. This is where Hot Indy needs to perform. I know he's injured. That front end injury during the World Cup last year has hindered him. But he's got to be big in these situations. And boy, was he big here today. 15-5, the final. Hot Indy, the 30 flip-plusser from last year, goes 3-0 today from the middleman spot, and the Chicago Wind Attack have the win over the Seattle Lumberjacks. That one was a tough one for Seattle to take, no doubt. And Detroit, the opportunity is there for them, but it's not like Detroit's got it easy. They're home against the Los Angeles Blades to start off our third and final segment of the day. So no easy task to beat LA. Ask anyone who's crossed paths with Alex Johnson in the CDL. He is a fierce competitor and one of the best in the league, no doubt. And he brings it with LA. No doubt he brings it with the LA Blades. But that's what Detroit has on their plate. But the opportunity is there for them to possibly, if I'm not mistaken, if Detroit can get a win, they'll move past Seattle in the standings into that final playoff spot. But a big win for Chicago, because that win puts Chicago into 5th place. Of course, Phoenix and Houston got wins, so that kind of spoiled them moving up in the 4th and 3rd right there. But a huge win for the Wind Attacks. They go to 29 points. Seattle stays at 27, and the door of opportunity opens up for the Detroit Devils. And the Blades, of course, they're just trying to hang on to 1st place in the Pacific Division and try to keep up with the Mexico City Jaguars. But that does it here on my end. So see, there's so much going on. That's why you want to watch segment 3, right? and it's going to be uploaded soon. So you're going to want to hit the notifications, right? Hit the bell, subscribe, and everything. You know, come to Facebook at Car Demolition League and join us on there. I don't think you're going to want to miss this this 2021 playoff race, and of course the road to Crash Bowl 25. It is indeed on, and doing it for some good causes too, right? So, you know, that's all part of it. So trying to branch out from being just Toy Car Demolition Derby, and you know, use it to do some good as well. So, anyways, I've been enjoying doing this since I was a kid. I hope y'all are enjoying watching this now, since today. I don't know. Yeah. Doesn't matter how old you are, right? So, anyways, folks, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. And see you in segment 3. Go on ahead, subscribe.